You're not going to get the role, the lead role, but I want the world to be able to hear your voice.
Just a person that needs the energy of humans.
You just can't say go-go. He was jazz, he was blues, he was R&B, he was classical music, he was everything.
Y'all, you won't believe what went down with Tanya Blount and Diddy. She was set to be the next big thing, and just like that, poof, she disappeared from the spotlight. But what happened behind those closed doors? Why did one of the most promising voices of her generation fall into the shadows? And why does Diddy's name keep popping up in stories of heartbreak and career sabotage? Grab some popcorn, because today we're spilling all the tea on how Tanya's dreams came crashing down and how, despite it all, she's rising from the ashes. So, here's a quick background check. Tanya Blount had it all. A voice that could give anyone goosebumps and a breakout role in Sister Act 2.
Mary had a little lamb. Formerly Tanya Blount, that was my name when I did Sister Act 2, and my name of the movie was simply Tanya. Yeah, she's my whole life, you know that.
Singing alongside the iconic Lauryn Hill. Everyone thought this was just the beginning for Tanya. But what if I told you that her career took a nosedive the moment she crossed paths with Diddy? Yup, our guy from Bad Boy Records. Tanya was this close to having it all, and then she signed with Bad Boy, thinking she'd get the fame she deserved. But honey, Bad Boy Records wasn't about to let her shine. Diddy's label was notorious for trapping artists in deals they couldn't escape from. And Tanya? She wanted to do music her own way, blending the sounds she loved, experimenting, and expressing herself. But Diddy allegedly had a very different vision for her, one that didn't allow much room for creativity or freedom. So let's rewind a little. Tanya grew up with music in her blood, singing in choirs and even majoring in psychology at Morgan State while pursuing her dream. And when Sister Act 2 came out, honey, everyone was talking. Her performance of His Eye is on the Sparrow with Lauryn Hill, iconic. And let's be real, Hollywood was ready to make her the next big star. But fast forward just a few years, and suddenly, Tanya's career is cold. Why? Well, it's time we take a closer look at how Diddy's bad boy empire seemed to leave destruction in its wake. Now, Tanya's debut album, Natural Thing, was solid, right? She was charting and releasing music consistently. But that all changed when she signed with Diddy. It seemed like Diddy, who was on top of the music world, saw Tanya's potential and wanted her under his wing. But according to Tanya, things went dark fast. She claims that her career took a nosedive the moment she signed that contract. You know, a lot of people in the industry whispered about this bad boy curse. Artists like Mace, Craig Mack, and even Total had issues after signing with Diddy, and Tanya wasn't about to let herself get caught in that trap forever. Imagine this: years of hard work, talent, and potential. And it's all boxed in by a record label that won't let you be you. But here's where things get even darker, folks. Tanya says Diddy didn't just keep her in the background. It's like he wanted her career to vanish completely. And listen, Tanya was no rookie. She tried everything to make it work. She even went as far as recording over 50 songs. She poured her soul into every track, hoping to put out another hit album. But the label? Silent. Those songs were never released. She claims that Diddy just shelved them like they were nothing. And let's face it, that was probably his way of telling her to fall in line or fall out of the industry. But wait, there's more tea. Tanya opened up about how Diddy wanted her to play the game his way, and that didn't just mean music. Rumor has it that he wanted her to party in ways that she just wasn't comfortable with. Tanya made it clear that she was about her music, her family, and her integrity. But we know how it is in Hollywood. Saying no doesn't always go down well. And soon enough, her career was on life support. She said that when she asked to make music on her own terms, she was met with pushback. So much so that she even started having breakdowns. It got to the point where Tanya was literally trying to keep her head above water. Financially, things got rough. Real rough. Tanya revealed that she even hit rock bottom. She was homeless. This wasn't just a Hollywood struggle story. This was a woman losing everything she'd built. Imagine the mental toll, the heartbreak, watching everything slip through your fingers just because you didn't fit into someone else's mold. Tanya later said that this period was one of the darkest times in her life. She didn't just lose her career, she almost lost herself. She admitted to seeking therapy, battling depression, and struggling to find a way forward. And when the story started resurfacing, people couldn't help but wonder, how many others had Diddy's bad boy label left in the dust? And she's not alone in this, okay? Let's talk about Mace. Remember how he was Bad Boy's golden child until he wasn't? Mace eventually left the industry and turned to religion.
The devil can use him aggressively, and I want you to know God could use me aggressively. You're just seeing my part because their part is behind the scenes.
Feeling like he'd made a deal with the devil. Or, what about Craig Mack? Word on the street is that he didn't even want Diddy at his funeral after everything that went down.
Craig Mack went to his grave mad at Bad Boy. Craig Mack told those religious people
he wanted nothing to do with Bad Boy Records, even in death. And then there's Day 26. Y'all remember making the band, right? Willie Taylor said the whole show was set up for artists to fail, just feeding into the machine. And that's what it feels like, doesn't it? A machine chewing up artists and spitting them out when they're not useful anymore. But hold up, this isn't where Tanya's story ends. After she left Bad Boy, she knew she had to find her way back to the music. And by fate or destiny, she met Michael Trotter, a man who'd also faced his own dark battles. He had served in Iraq, struggled with trauma, and found healing through music. They connected instantly, and their love story? Beautiful. Tanya and Michael formed The War and Treaty, a soulful duo pouring their pain and joy into every song. They took those scars and turned them into something powerful. Their music wasn't just about the fame, it was about healing, surviving, and finding hope. And y'all, they've come so far. From performing at festivals to releasing albums, The War and Treaty found a fan base that connected with their raw, authentic sound. Their song, 5 More Minutes, was born from one of the darkest moments in their relationship. Where Tanya helped Michael hold on, reminding him that there's always another chance to keep fighting. Their music is a testament to resilience, proof that no industry giant can truly silence a powerful voice forever. So, at the end of the day, Tanya's story is about survival. She walked through fire, lost nearly everything, and still came out stronger. It's a reminder that the industry might be brutal, but talent and truth, they can't be buried forever. Now tell me, do you think Tanya could have become a legend if she hadn't been trapped in Bad Boy's shadow? Does the Bad Boy curse really have that much power? Or is it just coincidence? And what about Diddy? Is he the genius behind the Bad Boy empire? Or is there a darker side to his influence on these artists? One thing is for sure, the glitz and glam of the music world come with a price, and only the strongest survive it. Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this conversation isn't over yet. And hey, if you want to hear more stories of resilience, rise, and the raw truth behind the headlines, make sure to subscribe. We'll keep bringing the tea so you don't miss a beat. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and keep seeking the real story.